Alright, so you want to learn how to do a really cool time lapse like this. Well, I'm going to teach you using just a few simple steps. Keep in mind this is the time-lapse videography way, not the photography way. That one is much more complex, and maybe I'll go over a video on that in the future. Alright, so this is how to do it. Grab your camera, grab a tripod, sit it somewhere cool, hit record. Let it sit there for 20 minutes, at least 20 minutes. Once it's been sitting there, you're going to stop recording. Alright, that is how you film a time-lapse. You might be saying, well, that's not a time-lapse, that's a video. Well, I'm going to teach you how to turn that video into a time-lapse at the end of this video. But first I need to go over a few things to make sure that your time-lapse looks good, and one of those is settings. Settings for a time-lapse is very important. You want to make sure your time-lapse isn't too overexposed. You want to make sure it's not too dark. You want to make sure that it's in focus, and across the board you want to make sure that the picture looks good, because that's what's important at the end of the day, is the picture, meaning the video. Alright, now we're going to go into framing. Framing meaning there's a rule of thirds on any camera that you can turn on most of the time. I don't know if you know how to do that. But, so basically, it's a 3x3 grid. I went over this in a past video. You turn it on, you're going to want to put a cool building or a cool subject or just something cool on one of those two vertical lines or right in the middle of the crosshair. Now that you know how to set up a time lapse, how to get your settings correct so it's not too dark or not too bright, and how to frame up the shot, I'm going to show you how to turn that 20-minute video into a 30-second time lapse that looks amazing. Alright, so let's jump into Premiere Pro. Alright, so now that you've dragged your sweet Primo clip into Premiere Pro, you're going to want to go over and you're going to want to select your in and out point on your clip that you want. See, like I move it right here. I don't know why, that was a beautiful shot, but I move it. So you're just going to want it to be a completely still shot. I only shot 5 minutes of video for this. You can shoot 20, like I said, doesn't really matter. So drag that beautiful clip into Premiere Pro and just drop it. But once you've done that, drag it to the beginning. And this is how you're going to turn your 20-minute, 5-minute video into a time lapse right here. Tap the R key. I know it's very hard instructions. Tap the R key. This little tool is going to pop up right here. You're going to drag that to about 2000%, which is going to be somewhere around this mark right here. Alright, so 2600 is quite a lot. We're going to see how close we can get it. Alright, that's good enough. So now you got something like this. Now that's pretty nice. It's a good time lapse. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to add that extra zing and pep, the piece de resistance, to your video. So you're going to select your video, make sure your video is selected. You're going to come up to Effect Controls. Okay, next thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Scale, and you're going to check that little timer thingy-majigger. Make sure your playhead is at the beginning of your clip. You're going to check that. You have two options here. You can either zoom it in or you can zoom it out. I'm going to choose to zoom it in. So I'm going to drag to either the end or the middle of your clip. It doesn't really matter. It's your personal preference. And you're going to just drag it in. And if you want, you can also do the same with the position and have it go up or down or whatever. Doesn't really matter. Alright, and now you're just going to make sure that it's set to normal at the beginning with the position. So once you've done that, you get something cool like this. Alright, nice little zoom in effect, looks really nice. If you want, you can drag this in closer to get it more fast, more sped up. It's a nice little effect that you can do, or you could drag it all the way to the end of the clip, whatever works for you. And now if you want to spice it up a little bit and just mix it up for the fun of it, switch around the keyframes just by selecting them and dragging them to the opposite ends where they were. And now you have a zoom out. So guys, this is really simple. You get something cool like this in the end of it. Just whatever. And you can, like I said, you can make this go faster, slower. You can make it go. That's kind of drastic, but you could do something like this if you want, and then just have it end like that. Now, that is the extra zing and pep I was talking about. It's really going to spice up your time lapses. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit subscribe to stay updated on what is going on in my stupid little life. Alright, if you like the video, it helps me further improve the content on my channel, and I really enjoy it. I feed off of them, so like the video. Alright, you guys don't have to do any of that. It's your life. You do what you want, but I love you, and I'll see you guys next week.